This is the 2024 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club beer experiment, Fruited American Wheat. Thanks to our sponsors. 5 Star Chemicals. Check out the interactive cleaning guides and learn more about their newest product, Liquid PBW, on their official website, www.5starchemicals.com. Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store. Beer and Wine has one of the biggest yeast selections around and boasts an extensive list of homebrew beer kits to make clones of some of your favorite beers. Check them out at www.beer-wine.com and tell them Brewtubers sent you in the order comment box. Let's get sipping. What's going on, guys? Nick Lessigore here, Exit 12 Homebrew in the house. I am knee-deep in the throes of Hanukkah, hosting some friends. I'm actually, below me, I am, oh shoot. Below me, actually, I am kegging one of two, I'm actually going to be kegging both, IPLs from the 5 Beer Brew Day, when I hosted a bunch of people, a bunch of my buddies from the Brewtubers Online Brewers Club. But I'm here today with a beer review from one of the guys that was at that 5 Beer Brew Day I recorded and put on YouTube. You can check that episode out. I'll put a link in the comments maybe. But I'm here with a beer review for the Brewtubers Online Brewers Club 2024 Fruit Experiment. We all brewed the same American wheat beer and added different strawberry product to it. And I'll be drinking the beer, I'll be looking at the beer, smelling the beer, and I'm going to give it an overall ranking based on where everybody else ranked on their beers. 10 of us brewed, which was nice. My beer today is from none other than Club President and resident Bills fan, Dave, Big Dawg Brewing. Awesome label this time. Feels like he printed it out on like a piece of paper and then slapped it together. There's some label, the label coverage is legit. Crimped edges, I would say. Summer's Eve, American wheat. Waka Waka. Strawberry fruit beer. He added frozen pureed whole strawberries at Cold Crash. 1.049 is the OG, 1.008, 5.4%. So this kind of bucks the trend that I've been seeing, which is when you add fruit, real fruit, the ABV bumps up. But then again, he did do it at Cold Crash, so there would be no more active fermentation going on. So that makes some sense. Let's pop this beer and get into the review. Okay, beautiful looking beer. Let me back up. My head is, now you get my whole head. Beautiful looking beer. Beautiful looking carbonation. When I poured this thing, there was a good finger and a half. And from the second that I poured it, the haze was real. You could see this thing is 2 style. With some of the beers that I pour, sorry, I got to keep an eye on this cake. With some of the beers that I pour, I see it clear. It's clear at first, and maybe because I was talking and swishing the can around, that could have been it. But I don't want to take credit away from Dave, even though I just did. This thing is nicely looking like a wheat beer, which I like. The head dissipated quickly, but the pop when I opened the can was louder than the other beers that I've had to this point, which is nice. Let's get a nose on this. Oh, man. That is fantastic. Okay, so Dave added frozen pureed whole strawberries. I don't know what that means. They're either pureed or whole. Real strawberry, I would imagine he means. A Cold Crash. Oh, boy, that is fantastic. Real fresh strawberry character coming through. 5.4% is just such a perfect ABV for this style. It really is. I'm getting nothing but strawberries. The strawberries come right up and hit you. I'm not getting much in the way of wheat beer. But it smells like real strawberries, but it also smells like strawberry wrapped candy that your grandmother used to give you, more so than the other beers that I've had. The strawberries come right out and hit you. I mean, this is farmer's market, freshly picked day of strawberry. Right out of the fridge. Nice cold strawberry. Eating them at the peak of ripeness. From an aroma perspective, this thing is, I mean, pretty much second to none. Absolutely fantastic on the aroma. All right, I'm going to get a sip. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, everyone, for watching. L'chaim, and not just because it's Hanukkah. Oh, that's real nice. Okay. Three quick sips. This thing's nicely carbonated. Really has that strawberry character coming through. It just came out of the fridge. That strawberry, you can tell, is real strawberry. It comes through, it sits, it hangs out, and then on the back end it leaves. I mean, really, really nice. You get that Hefe character on the back end for sure. What's interesting about my version of how I perceive these beers is that I like a lot of fruit and adjunct flavor, depending on what it is, but I don't like brewing that way. I like the subtlety, which is interesting. I'm a walking contradiction. 5.4%, I'm going to be smashing this can. This is the one can so far that, outside of Drew's, that I'm upset I don't have more of. The problem with Drew's is it's so alcoholic, you can only have a few. But this one I could smash a 6-pack of sitting on the porch. I mean, in June. I mean, just a fantastic representation of the beer. Let me see if I can swizzle some Bublé's. Let me get some Bublé swizzle action. There we go. Alrighty, much better with my right hand. The head is solidly white, really nice. It's a strong head. Wow, this is fantastic. Oh boy, this is tough. I mean, the bubbles coats really well. Boy, let me pour the rest of this. This is going to be a tough ranking. From an aroma perspective, I mean, let's be honest. This beer is I threw some bottles away. That's what that noise was. From an aroma perspective, this thing is, I mean, let's be honest. I'm gushing about this beer more so than the other. So the reality is that this one's going to be high ranked. I mean, it's got the aroma, character is great. You know, when I think about, for a second, Drew's beer didn't carry a ton of the Hefe character. Yeah, I feel like this one, it does have a nice bitterness in the middle, which is nice. Subtle bitterness. The strawberry gives way to that bitterness nicely, and you get some of the Hefe character. You know, I bust his chops a lot. I really do. This is probably one of the best beers he's made. He's a good brewer. Don't get me wrong. This is a very good beer. I would be absolutely pumped. I would kill this keg if I had this beer. So I'm going to put his beer, because it has more of the Hefe character, that fresh fruit, using that fresh fruit is real nice at Cold Crash. I'm going to put this at the top spot. This is going to be number 1 for me. With Billy as a person still at number 10. But overall, I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed. I shouldn't be, because I really should not be. because Dave's a great brewer. But I'm thoroughly impressed with this beer. Absolutely blown away, Dave. Thank you so much for sharing this. There are some floaties now that I see it. I will say that. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some. I'll take a picture for Dave. Yeah, there you go. So there are some floaties on the bottom, but overall, yeah, throughout the beer, that's strawberry. That's nothing but strawberry. And that could be the difficulty with brewing with a fruit like strawberry. But overall, fantastic beer. Thanks so much for sharing, Dave. And on to the next one. I think we got 2 more left, 3 more left. L'chaim.